We've got two land biomes, the Arctic Spires and the Glacial Basin. You know, the more I state the biomes in the game, the more each one seems to have a counterpart for it. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, you know what? The Fabricator Caverns is basically an upgraded version of the Crystal Caverns. At least the lava, inactive lava and lava zone was drastically different from the Ghost River. The analogs for those two things, the Crystal Caverns and the Fabricator Caverns, is basically the same type of cavern, different colored crystal. So you want to talk about all these copy and paste biomes. I think he just shot his own argument down with that first paragraph. Let's get through the rest of it, though. Oh, well, the second one, really. As for not needing to go back to the start location, and I don't know who's been arguing that. I haven't seen anyone bring that up. I can't say I've played too many games where there isn't some amount of dead space. But then he was talking about all the dead space in Subnautica being evil, but the dead space and below zero is excusable. You see the logic? You see the stretch? Come on, Engioc. What's up with this, bro? I often recall how Grand Theft Auto 4 went about how every building was accessible. They made it a big selling point, but as much as I love the GTA series, being able to go into a bunch of empty buildings with nothing to see or do was pointless dead space. Well, I'm glad he brought that up, because all the nooks and crannies and all the little alien artifacts to scan, quote-unquote, all the little sites to go, there's nothing to see or do. It's pointless dead space. So many dead ends, so many caverns, so much dead space and below zero. It's almost like I can apply the same things that he's saying. Oh, man. Let me argue and defend a game that's comparative to another one, a sequel or prequel that came before it. Let me argue in its defense why it doesn't suck by saying why it's better, by bringing up points that only further exemplify why the sequel / prequel or whatever was better. And it's like, I don't know. Come on, guys. Think about it. Think about it. The original Subnautica also has places you don't need to visit in order to finish the story. So does Below Zero. Engioc. I mean, these people mean it too. They think about, and he's edited his post too. So he's thought about it, and he's went back and looked it over, and he's like, yeah, this is a good post. I'm making good points. People that prefer the Seamoth and the Cyclops. I'm glad Below Zero has new vehicles. What's the point of just having the same old vehicles again? The Seamoth was light and easy to control, and the Cyclops was a mobile base, and I loved both of them. I get that the Sea Truck is a jack of all trades, master of none, but it is actually small enough without the extra modules to get into most areas, so it's the Seamoth, which is the whole reason why you can attach and detach them, which is the whole reason why you could attach and deploy a Seamoth from a Cyclops. Gasp. It's almost like I'm telling you, every time anyone tries to defend the game, all they do is just further make our points for us. Continue to defend the Sea Truck. Continue to talk all about these modules and stuff. Continue to fail to realize how you are describing a system that's already in place, and it works better. You tried to fix something that wasn't broken. There is no need to compromise. There is no, oh, well, don't you wish there was a vehicle that was a mix between the Cyclops and the Seamoth? There's no need for a middle ground. Because the Cyclops exists, and because the Seamoth exists. Anywhere a sea truck goes with multiple modules attached. Anywhere that goes, a Cyclops can go. And all these little nooks and crannies where people are like, well, just attach your modules and then take the cabin in. Yeah. Well, just deploy your Seamoth and go. And then come back to your Cyclops. Gasp. Wow. And you know what? If you need to build a base in an area where you can't get your Cyclops, you load your Cyclops the fuck up with materials, and then you bring your Cyclops as far as you can. You take it as close to that area where you want to go. Then you deploy your sea moth or whatnot, or maybe you just swim out to the little crevice and go down to where you want to go and start building your base. You emptied out your inventory. All right, we'll drive or swim back to your Cyclops and get more of your resources. You don't got to go all the way back to your base because you got your Cyclops with you. But whatever. It can be a mobile base, but doesn't allow you to completely abandon living a true base, huh? Which to me makes sense, huh? It doesn't mean having a base is always necessary, which is how it should be. So he's dictating how you should play the game. Oh boy, that's a juicy take. Zeph Nully, he's got to have something good for us. Now Zeph Nully's replying to Engioc. He's going to be like, oh yes, so much of this, 100% agree. Why can't everyone else see it this way? Best post I've seen in a while. I'm telling you, man. Lefties love circle jerking each other. They love standing in a circle and jacking off the dude to their left, or I guess, to their right. I don't know if you're left-handed or right-handed. Counterclockwise or clockwise. I can't make any of my own points, so I'll just agree with this other person. I'm more righter than you because more people agree with me. Really? How long have you been playing Below Zero? Want to bet that you get bored with it much faster than with Subnautica? I don't know. Andreas, that's when you're talking with somebody that's being genuine. They're being genuous, not disingenuous. Whoa, the comments hopped up to 84. Let me do a refresh. Wow, yeah, the comments hopped up to 84. No, not really. Now, hold on, wait a minute. Andreas wasn't even talking to Zeph Nully. Yep. Andreas was quoting and speaking to Engioc. Zeph Nully's like, Bunny Kicker's got nothing to say. It's going to be toxic. Bunny Kicker's got nothing to say but toxic. Dr. Dro, he's conflicted. Oh, he's talking about the toxic bunny kicker. Weaver, oh, he's got a hot take. As has been noted, Steam forums tend to overrepresent toxic, negative people looking for attention. And again, this is Weaver's existence. 93% of nearly 32,000 reviews are positive. Let's ignore all the metrics, regardless of how many of those comments were made early, how many are people that were optimistic and representative. So clearly the overwhelming majority of the community approves of the Below Zero content. No, just because 93% are recommended, because it's recommended or not recommended. That's how you leave a review. And you can not even have played the game and have no idea what it's about. People like that comment constantly, oh, when's the game release? And I haven't played it yet. I just bought it and left a positive review. So many of those people couldn't actually tell you about the game. So whether they approve of the game or not, a lot of those reviews, people haven't played it yet. Trolls can kick and scream all day and flood threads with nonsense. They're still absolutely impotent when it comes to the hard numbers from reviews. Oh, he's talking about calling people impotent when it comes to the hard numbers from reviews. Well, he seems to think that the hard numbers can mean anything. Because look, I can look at that 93% positive, and I can say that means that Below Zero players don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because how can 93% review be positive when it's in early access? The game hasn't been completed. How can it be judged? By that metric, I now declared 93% of the community to be fucking stupid. It's a non sequitur. That argument doesn't work. And you know what? Let's look at Weaver's post history. This is new and weird for me, but Old Wolf has taught me. I wonder if it's going to load. It has. 93%. We're going to do a search history for Weaver's posts that contain 93%. No results were found. Wait a minute.